interview with the legend, BreaKStreet YouTube channel. We're at BBoy Summit.
My name is Mike Rivera, aka BBoy Iceman. I grew up in the city of Wilmington.
Iceman. We have the legend from Long Beach. This guy's one of my biggest inspirations, OG in the West Coast game. He's seen us from kids to how we are now, and I got a lot of love for this guy. So how long you been dancing?
Like 38 years, you know.
38 years, dude.
That's why I started dancing in 1982. I'm still dancing to this day, you know what I'm saying? I loved it then, I love it now. I'm just gonna keep going till I can't do it no more, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy here with Friction. Like I said, I see him when he was a young kid, him and his crew, you know, West Coast Rockers. I judged a lot of their battles, you know. They brought a lot of people up because of them. I was Rocksteady and they were West Coast Rockers. And they were bringing people up dancing. And I just got honored in Mexicali in March. They took me over because I took it there in 82. And the guys that I've taught, they passed it on now. Now there's a crew in Mexicali called Floor Patrol. That's my first crew from Wilmington. I went to Mexicali because they honored me in March, you know. And the guys that I taught, they were there. Four generations were there. From the 80s to like now they're still breaking Floor Patrol, and they were all there. So I got to give them a shirt at Floor Patrol, and they got to talk about me. And you know, even guys from Walada came down, they talked about me too, so it was cool. And the guys that were with them didn't know me, so like, oh, he's somebody then, because we taught you and you're dope. And we didn't know that guy, but now they know who I am, because, you know, that was the biggest thing I ever did. So that's like the biggest moment I ever
well-deserved.
Yeah, thank you, yeah, you know, yeah. And I wasn't looking for that, it just happened. You know, I just wanted to go dance. I was thinking about teaching people and helping them, but I did, and now they're passing it on, they're keeping it alive. Right. Now I get to go back to Mexicali and dance with them because they're keeping it alive.
Wow.
That's why we do this too, so the next generation come and keep this like I'm old, so I get to come back and see these guys dance, that's good.
Right.
It's the best way in the world. Yeah. And then you want to hear me talk about stories, that's good, you know, that's the best thing. Yeah. Old guy like us makes it feel good to come and somebody say, hey, what's up, how you doing, Iceman? That makes it feel good. And to talk about something makes it feel good too. And we need that sometimes, because sometimes we have stuff going on that's bad, we want to talk about something we love. Exactly. And it makes us feel good, people don't realize that.
That's what we want to do, we want to inspire. You know?
Guys, I taught their nephew now, he's keeping, like, he's teaching his kids, they're in Floor Patrol now. So last month I went over there in March and they interviewed me and they gave me a little award, you know. And guys from Mexico City came down, I taught in the 80s from Guadalajara, and they came down and we had a big thing, it was pretty nice. And the people that came didn't know who I was, so they got to know who I was. Because they knew the guys that were famous and they were the OGs, but they didn't know that they learned from me. Everybody learns from somebody. It ain't hard to say, I learned from this guy showed me something, you know what I'm saying? You give it up, you get more respect. Somebody watching somebody doing something, you know what I'm saying? You can take it, change it up, make it your own, but you always give credit to where credit is due.
Exactly.
Somebody always comes before you, somebody coming after you too, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be happy with that.
We're in LA, so helicopter. Yeah. You've taught, this man has taught so many people. What movie did you see first? Breaking or Beatstreet?
Beatstreet.
Beatstreet?
Yeah, Beatstreet.
How do you think that influenced your dance, seeing Beatstreet? And then when did you see Breaking?
I seen Beatstreet, and then I seen Breakin. I seen Breakin in Mexico when I was over there traveling.
Wow.
This came in 1984. And we went to the movie theater and we were breaking, and I thought we were people from the movie. Because we were better than them, because they weren't doing windmills, we were doing windmills. And they were like, are you guys from the movie? I said, no, we're not from the movie, we're just there dancing. They were like, because we're so ahead of them, because they didn't know. They thought we were from the movie, but we weren't. Right. But Beatstreet's a movie that influenced me first, you know, and that's incredible with the Dynamic Rockers, you know, all them guys, you know, Incredible Breakers, Chino, Action, all them guys, you know, Icy Ice, all the guys from New York. Everybody from New York inspired me, you know what I'm saying? From Rocksteady, so there's more crews in Rocksteady, there's a lot of crews they don't talk about, but there's a lot of crews from New York that deserve props, you know? And I give all the props, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Well, you've always been a very humble person, even though you're like an amazing dancer. I've always respected that about you. 3, 2. This guy was doing hand spins, back spins, combos, way before the internet. I just want to show you that we're really with the sorry to curse, we're in the hood right now. We're in Los Angeles, the ghetto bird with Los Angeles. What inspired you, like a person or event or experience that got you into hip hop culture? Like that first time that you were like, you saw hip hop for everything, like the whole culture experience.
The first time I saw it was my neighbor. He had a satellite dish on his house, and he could watch shit from New York. So he's going to show me That's Incredible video. So I seen it from him. But he came in my yard, started doing footwork. And I was like, what the hell is that shit? It looked ugly to me. I didn't know what that shit was like whacked. I said, what are you doing? That looks stupid, man. What are you doing? Then a week later I went to a quinceañera in Harbor City. I see someone do the same.
Quinceañera.
Yeah, quinceañera, yeah. But this guy came out, did full work, and he did a backspin and a freeze. I went, that's how you're supposed to look. I said,
a backspin and a freeze, got you.
Just a backspin and a freeze. It wasn't simple, but it was so dope because that's how you're supposed to do it. You know, and I said, nah. From that day, I went to another part. I seen another guy do it. And I said, I want to learn that. And I started practicing.
Right.
And I just started doing it. I see people do it. And I go to the jams and watch people do it. And I just started copying. I used to practice like 8 hours in my living room.
You practice 8 hours. So when you started practicing?
14.
14, okay, got it. Wow.
Broke a lot of lamps, broke a lot of tables. My mom's tables and lamps. And they always blame everything I broke on me. I said, my mom, Michael's breaking again, so she believed them.
You're cracking the ice. You know
but that's how you get control, because I used to know the couch, I didn't want to hit it. That shit hurts.
Right,
so I used to get control of the small space, because we broke in front of the small living room. I never really got a small living room.
Yeah.
So my control was good because I broke the small spot.
Right.
I knew the couch was in the table, I didn't want to hit it because that shit hurt.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to stay in that spot, so I got control. That's where you learn control from that. Now they get these big spots, they don't have control because they dance all over.
Wow. You know, that's interesting you say that you actually like kind of were forced to learn control versus your environment versus a lot of people like now, like, you know, we're practicing in a different space. Like, it's a different world. But you actually learned that control of a tight cipher literally because you had to, because you had a small space. That's amazing. Yeah, wow, that's amazing. Mom's living room, we gotta love mom. All right, well, like, when did you see breaking go from like, we're at Long Beach, because, you know, we were there. From Long Beach practice to small church practices into a global phenomenon. Breaking's coming back in a heavy way.
Well, Breakin was dead from 86 to like 90. A friend told me I was saying in Melrose, it's called the hip hop shop.
Hip hop shop.
But people don't talk about that part of the history, but in hip hop shop in Melrose, and I ran into Easy Rock. Hip hop shop ran into Zulu Gremlin, because of Hex, Ceasar, Chuco, all the LA breakers, Nonstop, Fresh,
right.
Cujo.
Shout out Fresh and Easy Rock.
They were still dancing, but nobody knew they were still around.
Right.
Dino was around too. Dino from Santa. We used to go to a club in Santa called the Palace.
Housing. Shout out Dino Mayorga.
Yeah, we used to go. We used to battle the houses in the 90s because there was no breaking. But he was the only guy who was b-boy, so he was the only guy who could hang with us.
Right.
Because he was from over there from your area, so we knew that fool was bad, right? So we always asked him to back us up. In case we ran into a freestyle, he would back us up.
Yep.
So he'd get in, we were breaking, he'd get in with the house. And Dino, you know, and then in 93, 94, it started getting bigger. And then to the first BBoy Summit, I think it was 95.
95, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got invited by Fly. I was living in San Diego. They sent me a flyer, invite in the mail. I still have
a flyer, people.
Flyer.
Flyers.
They sent me a letter with my name on it. It said, Dear Iceman. It's in plastic right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they sent me a letter. It says, Dear Iceman, last year, of course, you invited to BBoy Summit. And a letter. And I said, 4 letters. And I still got it because that's memory, you know, that's history.
Yeah.
It has her name, Asia, Nancy U on, not Asia U. That was Nancy U.
Nancy U. Shout out Nancy U / Asia.
Casey Joffrey.
Joffrey, Easy Rock.
Easy Rock, yeah. And then it started blowing up.
And
People
then 2000 happened.
started doing more jams, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out, first interview. This guy's a legend. We're gonna do a lot more with Iceman. And peace out, West Coast.